G'day everyone, Daniel Anderson here. Now I'm going to show you 3 ways in which you can take control yourself over accessing and making it easy to access the files and external or other document libraries that you may need quick access to. And there's 3 different ways we're going to go through. The first one is a new feature that is rolling out to Microsoft Teams at the moment, where I'm in a channel and you can see I'm in the Mark 8 project team. I'm in the digital assets web channel. Now you can see that I've got a couple of documents in here, but under these 3 little dots, our little context menu here, we've got the ability to add a document library at the actual channel itself, not in the tabs, but down here in the ribbon, we've got the option to add our document library. Now what we'll see is a new experience where we are provided with recommendations based on where we're working and what we're accessing. Or I can paste a link to a SharePoint page, list, or document library. So I'm going to jump into recommendations. I'm going to select the Mark 8 project team here. So I'm going to click next, and what's going to happen is it's going to show me the document libraries from that site, and I'm going to confirm there's only one library in here, and now I've got not a tab, but I've got a shortcut to documents inside of our document library, or the folder here called Digital Assets Web. Now when I click on that, I'm taken to that experience in the context of this channel. So we can see that I'm in Digital Assets Web, I'm in Documents, but this here is the actual document library of the Mark 8 project team. All right, so what happens here if I go New Folder? So let's go New Folder, and let's go from Digital Assets Web. Let's give it a color while we're at it so that it makes it stand out, and we'll create that. So now we've got from Digital Assets Web. Now if I go to the Mark 8 project team documents library, which will be under here, what we'll do is we'll go to Files, we'll go to Open in SharePoint, and then that's going to open that location. We'll go back to Documents, and there's that folder. Now let's try another one. So what we're going to do is let's choose another completely separate team. So what I'm going to do, I'll jump back into Posts, I'll jump back into Files, and then let's add another one. All right, so let's add a document library, this time to the general channel and the general folder inside of the Mark 8 project team site here, or team. And I'm going to choose collaboration in the cloud. We'll go next. And then I've got a number of different libraries here to choose from. Let's choose policies and we'll confirm. All right, so now that's going to add a shortcut. When I click on policies, we're taken actually to documents, general, policies is the shortcut, and here are the documents that live in the policies folder, or the policies library, sorry, in that collaboration in the cloud site. So if I open this one in SharePoint, you can see that I'm taken to that particular library in a completely different site. So the ability here to add shortcuts and add document libraries as shortcuts to a Teams channel really does enhance the way that we manage our Teams access to files inside of our contained team. We can then bring in easy access to files outside of that team as well. Now, the second one we're going to take a look at is the ability to add shortcuts to files. Okay, so this time I'm in a Microsoft team called Copilot Help Desk. I'm in the general channel. We've got a few files here. Now, what if I wanted to arrange or create a shortcut because I need to, I use my OneDrive and I use my files to access my content. So I access this employment offer letter all the time. I want to make it easy for me to access and get back to this file. So what I can do is I can go to the context menu, and now I can go add a shortcut to my files. All right. So when I click my files, it's going to add that shortcut into my files. Now the other option is the ability for me to add this to other locations. So if I click on other locations, I'm then presented with the ability to browse other sites and also other locations in my OneDrive to add this shortcut to. So I might want to add this shortcut to the Microsoft 365 project and into the general folder of this library. So I can select that location, and now that has been added to that particular folder in that site. And then when I click on that general, you can see that I'm actually taken, this is the window inside of that folder now of that particular site. So we can see there is the shortcut. Now that's a shortcut to the file that I selected in another team. All right. So now if I want to delete this, so I can delete this shortcut. It's not going to affect the underlying document. It is just that shortcut, like you've got a shortcut on your desktop. All right. So having the ability to select a file in any location and add it as a shortcut, you can then create shortcuts in your OneDrive, or even create shortcuts in other locations. Let's say we're in a team, we can then create shortcuts for the rest of our team to then have easy access to all of content that lives outside of our team as well. Now, the third one we're going to take a look at is the tagging functionality inside of Microsoft 365 now. So in the home experience of Microsoft 365, we now have the ability to also tag our content. So on this experience here, I select a document, I can click tag, and then I can create a new tag. So if I go, let's create a tag for Project Alpha, and we'll give it a red tag. All right, so let's create a new tag. It's creating that tag down the bottom here. And now I can select, once it's created, I'll be able to select this tag to associate documents to. So this one might be to do with the project too. So I'll go to tag, and then I'll go Project Alpha. And now I've got my tags here. All right. So the ability to have our tags, if I go to my content, we can see that on the left-hand side that I've got my tags that appear here on the left-hand side. All right, so back into my content, here is all my content. And again, I can go to tag, select my tag, and there it is tagged. I've got 3 documents. I'll jump back onto the left-hand side under Project Alpha, and there are my 3 documents. So 3 different ways in which you can take control and become empowered to manage access to the files that you need easy access to. The first one we looked at was having the ability to add a document library to your channel, and that creates a shortcut to that document library, places it in the channel files tab so that you and your users or the members of that team have got easy access. The second one is the ability now to add a shortcut from a document. We can add that to any location, your My Files, or even select another location and a document library in another site. And the third one is the ability from the 365 homepage to tag your documents and group them together under specific tags. So I hope that brings you some value. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.